Hello guys, welcome back to another fishing video. Today we're going to be talking about sandbanks. What you see in front of you under the red arrow is what we call a sandbank. Now there's a couple of reasons why you would want to know what a sandbank looks like or how to find a sandbank. The first reason is that is your indicator between the deep blue sea and the reef. What you want to throw over to the deep blue sea for is your sharks and your rays. What you want to throw before the sandbank, or basically on the sandbank, is more for your edible fish, like your cob, kingfish, grunter sometimes maybe, and mainly all your other fish that you mainly catch. And around the sandbank is where you get mostly of these bigger game fish. They target all these bait fish that swim in and around the sandbank. They try to use the sandbank as cover, so the game fish sometimes shoot through there, grab a mouthful of bait fish, and they're on their way. So you want to plant your bait in and around the sandbank, sometimes maybe even on the sandbank if there's enough water washing over the sandbank. What that is going to do is it's going to allow your bait to be in the targeting zone of all these big fish, because as I've said before, the big fish like the sandbank. The big fish like to zoom past, grab a mouthful of bait fish, and be on their way. So if you can get your bait around those areas that what I've spoken about, you most definitely are gonna hook onto something really nice. So the next part we're gonna come to, or at least the most important part, is how do you access the sandbank. Some sandbanks are really far out, maybe like 40, 50, sometimes 60 meters. But you do sometimes find a sandbank that's really close to the shore. Sometimes maybe 20, sometimes maybe even 15 meters away from your shore, there's a deep drop off into the blue water. So that is generally the best kind of sandbank that you want to try to access, because it doesn't require a lot of wading into the bank, doesn't require a lot of strength, doesn't really take a lot out of you, because I've seen guys like wade into like a sandbank that's like 40-50 meters away. When they get back onto shore, they're already out of breath. They don't really have the energy to fight another fish. And especially for these new guys up and coming, a lot of us don't really know how to swim that well, so it's better to be safe than sorry. Sometimes the sandbank that's a lot deeper is most of the time going to be more productive, because there's a lot more water walking in and around that area. But please guys, don't risk your life trying to get a good fish. It does not really make sense. So please, especially if you are new to fishing, haven't spent a lot of time at the beach, haven't spent a lot of time in water, if you do need to get onto that sandbank or throw past the sandbank, please guys, be safe. Look for one that's like closer to you, that's not going to have so much of strong current. And also another thing that you need to look out for is sometimes, or most of the time, in front of the sandbank there's a deep trough, and that trough is sometimes 10-15 meters going straight down. Because of the current breaking and forcing the sand out of that area, it ends up becoming a tunnel, and if you fall into that tunnel and if there's a heavy current, your life is in danger. So please guys, again, you need to be safe when you try to access these sandbanks. And again, try to look for one that's easier to access, and keep safe and tight lines guys.